Mr. President, I recall very fondly our first meeting, which was almost exactly a year ago. And at that time, you gave us the assurance of your support for Obuasi, but that was provided that we built and operated to the highest environmental and social standards, and we intend to live up to that commitment. Mr. President, your agencies with whom we worked to establish a usable investment framework are a credit to the country. It was a great source of comfort to us that the engagement was not only robust, but also constructive and collaborative, respectful every step of the way.
So, Mr. President, let me now speak with the voice of Otumfuo. And it goes as follows. It is difficult today to reflect on the anxieties we have to endure from the moment when the message was delivered to me that after several years of struggle, the owners of the mine, Anglogold Ashanti, had decided to bring its operations to closure. I ask all of you to join me in a deserved tribute to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo AKUFFO. Let's have a round of applause for him. He began his campaign for office at a time when Obuasi was on a deathbed, and he promised to do all he could, if elected, to revive Obuasi. He has surely not disappointed. He took office at a time of delicate negotiations between Anglogold and the government of Ghana on steps necessary to secure the future and ensure its viability. His personal attention ensured the conclusion in due time of an agreement which served the mutual interests of both Ghana and the shareholders.
Residents of Obuasi, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very happy day for me and for all Ghanaians, especially the residents of Obuasi. A year ago, I was here to launch the Obuasi Mine Redevelopment Project, whose aim was to signal a return to operation of the world-famous Obuasi mine, which had been effectively closed since 2014. The shutdown of the mine brought in its wake severe levels of hardship to a community whose major preoccupation is mining. Employees, both direct and indirect, felt the brunt of the closure, with equally devastating effects to several actors along the value chain, be they mine support service companies, security and telecommunication providers, or financial institutions. In fulfillment of a 2016 campaign pledge to the people of Obuasi, my assumption of office saw the holding of a series of discussions and negotiations and the provision of a number of fiscal incentives, which led firstly to the establishment of the redevelopment project of the Obuasi mine, and brought us secondly to this day when we effect the ceremonial celebration of the first gold pour of the mine, which actually took place on 18th December 2019. So you can understand my excitement as we mark the return to production, productivity, and profitability of the mine, and alert the rest of the world to the new beginnings for Obuasi, which will help in spurring on the development of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, the vision of the project has been to deliver a modern state-of-the-art mechanized underground mine that will enable Anglogold Ashanti Limited to mine its 30 million ounce ore body over the next 2 decades. I'm also advised that this mine, mining at the rate of 2,000 tons per day and scaling up to 4,000 tons per day by year end, will be producing an average of 350,000 ounces of gold per annum for the first 10 years, and over 400,000 ounces per annum over the remainder of the life of the mine. Efficient production will make it a profitable venture. So I congratulate the promoters and management of the mine for this major milestone. And I expect the first gold pour to mark also a year of return to winning ways, not just for Obuasi and Anglogold, but for the mining sector in Ghana as a whole. As I have said before, I'm counting on this mine to pull the adjoining communities out of poverty and enable them to reflect the wealth that their soils have generated. It is thus gratifying to note that beyond its regular corporate contributions, as agreed with Anglogold Ashanti Limited, the company will contribute $2 for every ounce of gold produced into a community trust fund over the life of the mine to facilitate development projects in the local communities. Ahead of the commencement of gold production, a one-off contribution of 250,000 United States dollars has already been paid into the trust. Government will also work with Anglogold Ashanti to ensure that all social and environmental concerns with respect to the reclamation and restoration of the mine sites are satisfactorily addressed, and these areas put back to good use for the benefit of the communities within the catchment areas. Above all, and in line with the agenda of government to enhance local content in the mining industry in Ghana, we're engaging closely with the company to ensure that the Obuasi redevelopment project places a premium on local content, with greater percentage of capital being spent in country. Preference should be given to Ghanaian companies in the procurement of goods and services in the supply value chain, from the large value underground mining contracts through petroleum supply contracts to catering and security contracts. Ghanaian professionals must also be prioritized for employment opportunities and localization policies fully implemented to the letter. I'm aware, happily, that the current promoters of this mine are committed to this goal. I wish the Anglogold Ashanti Obuasi mine renewed progress and prosperity, and I'm sure that our nation is on the cusp of a bold new beginning which will repudiate a recent culture of failure. May God bless Anglogold Ashanti and us all. And may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.